Protect your DNA. BioPQQ can promote formation of new mitochondria. Infowarsstore.com.
Something else that, I mean, like this is, I feel we are in an upside down world. Friday the 13th, backwards day. The Charlotte Observer actually put out an editorial making the case that girls need to overcome their discomfort of seeing male genitals in the locker room. They are assuming that the bathroom bill is going to eventually be repealed or declared illegal. And so they're saying that they need to get over this feeling of discomfort at the sight of male genitalia when transgender facilities are allowed in North Carolina. And the Washington Times reports that this is what the Obama administration nudged the rest of the country toward Friday. Yes, the thought of male genitalia in girls' locker rooms and vice versa might be distressing to some, but the battle for equality has always been in part about overcoming discomfort, with blacks sharing facilities, with gays sharing marriage, and then realizing it was not nearly so awful as some people imagined. So the fact that they're saying that it was nudged by the Obama administration is very hilarious, considering they're now going to be arresting people and punishing businesses and things like that. It's being forced down people's throats, not to mention that it has nothing to do with race relations or even gay marriage, because black people don't choose the color of their skin. Gay people do not choose to be gay, where we've already now figured the science is settled on all of this. But now here again, this is one thing that apparently scientists got wrong about two genders. But this is the monumental difference that they want people to make. And they also say in this article that the attacks that girls might suffer of a man entering the bathroom and saying, oh, you know, I need to be in here, the attacks will be rare. So it's okay. It is totally okay. Another thing that they're trying to massage into our brains that it's okay is pedophilia. For whatever reason, Salon has once again pulled out their resident pedophile to make the claim that pedophilia is okay. It's an alternative sexual orientation. And this is a video now that's been posted on Salon's Facebook page. This is Todd Nickerson. Now, of course, he first came to prominence when he was explaining how lusting after children was merely an alternative sexual orientation and that people should be understanding and supportive. Well, now he's come out and he's in this new video explaining how he fell in love with a 5-year-old girl that he was babysitting who was advanced for her age. And what does Salon do? As he's explaining how he's having fantasies of this 5-year-old girl and to the point where he had to go excuse himself, relieve himself in the bathroom. Disgusting. They show this romanticized, soft lighting picture of a little girl dancing and twirling around so that you and I can understand what the eyes of a pedophile, how they're viewing your little 5-year-old girl. I mean, this is absolutely infuriating that they're trying to normalize this and give this guy a platform by, you know, romanticizing this image of a little girl who this guy says, you know, he had to go and take care of himself in the bathroom because he's so freaking deranged. And they're trying to peddle this out as, you know, people just need to be more accepting. But Nickerson has previously admitted in the past that he would engage in sexual activity with a child that he loved if she initiated it. Okay, and this is the same guy that claimed that that 5-year-old girl that he was babysitting once came onto him. So this guy is clearly totally freaking sick and delusional. But they want you to just be accepting of it, be loving. It's an alternative sexual orientation. Hey, if you're opening up to that, you know, you should be open up to this too. And you better be open to it because soon it's going to be forced down your throat, just like the rest of these laws. And again, we are totally in Wally World and completely screwed. And if you don't believe me, you know, or this or that, take a look at this video. There is an angry mob, once again, surrounding a Trump supporter. Thank goodness most of these kids are not old enough to vote right now, but you can see how they're totally programmed. And here this girl is arguing with this Trump supporter, explaining, what is Donald Trump gonna do to create jobs? And of course, the woman does explain exactly how tariffs work, and she's not satisfied with that. Take a look.
Infowars! Love you guys!
Wait, so Donald Trump promised you jobs.
With what?
With jobs? You said if he becomes president, we'll have more jobs.
He's going to bring jobs back from other countries because they pay them nothing. It's slave.
No. Before you elaborate on the jobs, before you elaborate on your jobs, how is he going to do it?
He's going to put a tariff on them.
He is telling you his plan, but do you know, is he able to go through with his plan?
Yeah, it is a fact that tariffs do work.
Congress is going to agree.
You know, this country,
Congress is going to agree.
Before the income tax, this country, where there were no personal income taxes, there were only tariffs. And they paid, 1913, they did two things. They created the Federal Reserve and they created the personal income tax. So before that, tariffs have always run this country. Now, you put 35% taxes on everything coming in from Mexico, and guess what? Companies are going to bring their jobs back here rather than pay a 35% tariff.
What's going to happen to the other? Your teachers
Well, that's their problem.
But if we're giving them the jobs, what are they going to do?
You know what? What the Mexican people have to do is do exactly what we did. Rise up and have a racial revolution.
But
They tried! You think they're sitting there with the chihuahuas? Like, what the fuck do you think they're doing?
They disarmed the Mexicans just like they disarmed the French, they disarmed the English, and the minute they disarm us, it's over for us.
How do you get English, French, and fucking
how are we gonna rise if he becomes president? Because all he's really doing is
How is he gonna help me?
Trump is not wasting money on that. The money I paid wait a second. No, it's not. I paid $200 for a ticket.
Why would you pay $200?
Everybody in there paid $200 a ticket. You know where the money's going to pay off Chris Christie's debt.
Why can't Chris Christie pay off his own debt?
And this is where it gets a little bit frustrating because we're always saying, you know, engage these people, let them speak how they feel, and then, you know, bring them some facts and challenge their ideas a little bit. But here, this woman is actually bringing facts, explaining how tariffs work, explaining how Trump would bring jobs back to this country. That doesn't satisfy this person who clearly just wants to argue for the sake of arguing and says, well, what are we going to do when we take all the jobs back from the other countries, the ones that we've given away when we're in these dire straits? This kid here who is like complaining and bitching about how she's going to graduate with so many debts and can't get a job. Just people are totally crazy. And in more craziness of this entitlement society, here are people, you know, bringing new meaning to the fight for 15. There was a brawl that broke out behind the counter at a McDonald's. Two female employees were fighting over who has to make the apple pies. So they get in a fight over who's got to make a new batch of pies. The younger woman refused, and a fight between the two ensued, right in front of customers, of course, who got the whole thing on camera for our enjoyment, because that's what people do. Well, you know what? I have got a solution for you. You know who will make the apple pies? Your robot replacements who aren't going to fight for 15.
In the past decade, we have witnessed unparalleled scientific discoveries in the area of health. But no one has put together a formula that focuses directly on brain health, nerve growth factors, and optimizing your cellular energy at the same time. DNA Force is one of the most expensive formulas to produce. Some of the ingredients in DNA Force are $12,000 a kilogram. We are using the coveted, patented, only American source of PQQ, CoQ10, and more. You want the best that's out there at the lowest price anywhere? Well, we're bringing you a total win-win. The ultimate value, cutting-edge, trailblazing game changer that also supports the Infowar. We have produced a limited run of DNA Force, and it will take up to 12 weeks to produce more once we sell out. Secure your DNA Force today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139.